All right, let's talk about the Diddy documentary. Girl, this is wild. Forget everything you thought about celebrity drama, because this is not just Instagram trolling between 50 Cent and Sean Combs. This is a full-blown cultural moment. Listen to this. 50 Cent, whether you love him or hate him, is holding up the mirror. Here's the deal. This isn't only about Diddy's alleged misdeeds, although those headlines are unavoidable. It's about the system that let this happen, the people who turned a blind eye, and the power structures that make this possible. And 50, who's been calling Diddy out for years, finally gets his platform to tell the story, backed by Netflix and director Alexandria Stapleton. Now, some say this is revenge, that 50 is just cashing in on Diddy's trouble. And yes, some shade is definitely served. I mean, remember the Diddy do it line after the raids? Classic 50. But to call this just beef? Nah, that's missing the full picture. Think about it. Cassie's lawsuit kicked everything off. Suddenly, former employees, ex-partners, dancers, all these voices started painting a portrait of manipulation, control, and abuse. And 50, claiming he's been gathering intel for years, saw the moment to shine a light on it all. He says he aimed for something objective, grounded in evidence, not just gossip. That's where Netflix steps in. They gave him the reach, the tools, and the creative freedom to tell it how he saw it. And wow, what a story. We're talking everything from the 1991 City College tragedy, where 9 people died at a celebrity basketball game Diddy helped set up, to the Tupac-Biggie feud, including claims Diddy offered $1 million for Tupac and Suge. Heavy, right? But it's not just history. The doc includes never-before-seen footage of Diddy in the days before his arrest, and it's chilling. He looks frantic, paranoid, exhausted, like the walls are closing in. Pacing, peering out windows, making frantic calls, trying to find someone to handle the dirtiest media and propaganda work. It's like a slow-motion train wreck. Then there's the freak-off culture. The doc features Clayton Howard, a male partner, detailing the years of carefully staged sessions with Diddy. Everything from lighting to baby oil to collecting bodily fluids was controlled. Disturbing? Absolutely. And 50 says he included it, not for shock, but for context. He wants the truth on display, no matter how grim. Now, Diddy's team calls the doc a shameless hit piece from a longtime enemy. They say it twists facts, dredges up old rumors, and aims to humiliate him in prison. But 50 isn't budging. He says the footage, interviews, files, testimonies, they all speak for themselves. And he insists he never shaped the narrative, not once. His job, he says, was simply to pitch the project to Netflix and make sure no one from Diddy's team could meddle. And honestly, that's what makes this so gripping. It's not just 50 Cent's opinion. It's the evidence, the testimonies, the footage. It's the system that allowed this to happen, and the people are finally stepping up to speak. This is a cultural reckoning, and whether you vibe with 50 or not, he's at the center of it. So what's the real takeaway here? I think it comes down to accountability, plain and simple. For years, Diddy was untouchable. Money, power, influence. He could silence anyone who tried to challenge him. But now, the walls are closing in. And it's not just one lawsuit or one documentary. It's because people are finally willing to speak truth to power. Look, this situation is messy. There are no easy answers, and there are some seriously uncomfortable truths. But these conversations matter. They expose the power dynamics and abuse in the entertainment world and demand accountability. And that's where 50 Cent shines. Love him or hate him, he doesn't shy away from stirring the pot. He calls people out. He uses his platform to spotlight issues that matter. Sure, some skeptics say this is a publicity play, that 50 is just boosting his brand. Maybe there's a little of that, but I also believe he genuinely sees this as a chance to expose the truth and help those who were hurt. And speaking of the victims, this isn't only about Diddy's fall. It's about the people who suffered along the way. It's about Cassie, who dared to come forward. It's about former staff, ex-partners, and dancers finally getting their voices heard. These people deserve justice. They deserve to be seen and believed, and to watch those who harmed them face consequences. Now, I'm not saying 50 Cent is perfect. He's got his baggage of his own. But here, he's using his reach for something meaningful. He's shining a light into a dark corner of the industry and forcing us all to confront hard truths. And that's why this doc is so vital. It's bigger than Diddy. It's about the system, the enablers, and the power structures that let this happen. So, what's next? Diddy is appealing his conviction, so this story is far from over. Expect more revelations, lawsuits, and drama in the months ahead. And 50 Cent, he'll be right there, commenting on every twist. He's not letting this fade. He's pushing for accountability and shining a light on the dark side of fame. Agree with him or not, you've got to admit, 50 Cent is a force. Social media master, sharp businessman, relentless provocateur. And he's using all that to make sure this story gets the attention it deserves. So keep your eyes peeled on this one. It's gonna be wild to see how it all unfolds. And whether you stand 50 Cent or not, you've got to give him credit. He's sparking a full-blown cultural reckoning. He's forcing us to face some uncomfortable truths, and he's finally making sure the victims get heard. That's gotta count for something, right? I think it does. And honestly, it's about damn time. People have been getting away with way too much for way too long. Here's the part that blows my mind. So much of this was hiding in plain sight. We all saw Diddy living large, yachts, parties, mansions, but we didn't really see it. We bought into the image, the whole bad boy for life persona. And that's exactly what 50 Cent is calling out when he says, we put these people on pedestals, we give them a pass. And it's not just Diddy. Look at Hollywood, look at politics, look at the church. Powerful people get away with stuff all the time because we're too starstruck, too intimidated, or too apathetic to question them. We let them control the story, and we swallow it whole. The doc hits hard on the City College tragedy. 9 people died, and Diddy, still a young promoter, allegedly used that tragedy to fuel his career. Talk about messed up. Instead of owning it, he supposedly hid his assets and went on to build an empire, and nobody made him accountable. Then there's the East Coast-West Coast beef. The doc raises serious claims about Diddy escalating tensions between the Crips and the Bloods, even allegedly offering $1 million for Tupac and Suge Knight. Now, I'm not saying that's confirmed, but the fact these rumors have stuck for decades tells you something. It shapes the way people see him, a willingness to believe the worst. And Biggie, man, that part hits hard. The doc suggests Diddy wanted full control over Biggie's career, even canceling a UK trip that might have saved his life. And then, unbelievably, he made Biggie's funeral a recoupable expense. Dead and still trying to squeeze money? That's the kind of thing that makes you question what else is out there. What other lives have they messed with? And that's why this doc matters, even if it's coming from 50 Cent, who, let's be honest, isn't exactly Mr. Neutral. Sometimes it takes a guy like 50 Cent to shake things up, to make people pay attention. He's got the reach, the resources, and the drive, and he's not scared to use them. But here's the kicker. This isn't just about Diddy, it's about the whole system. It's about the way we